Oh, that's not good.
What?
I can't get a lock on the target.
How is that possible?
Guess you're about to find out. Hang on.
I remember going to a party. Maybe a bunch of parties. Sometimes it's a blur. And someone gave me a key. They said it was like a magic key. Or did I dream that? Whatever. It doesn't matter now. Because now the party's over and they won't let me leave. Gosh, I'm scared. I just want to go home.
I'm in.
Hot damn, it worked.
You're a hell of a hacker.
Save it. I can't even see you on my screen. That place you're in is some kind of weird-ass code. You're gonna have to ask her how she got in because I have no idea how to get you out.
Got it. So, you ready to get out of here?
Look, I don't know what I did wrong. Please give me my key back and let me leave.
Key? What key?
You mean you're not from the club?
No, what key?
Bouncer took my key. That's how I got here. It's weird, but I think
Where's the key now?
the bouncer, the big ugly one, he took it from me.
Hello, welcome back, Matrix Path of Neo. It's me, and with me I have JT for, I think this is the first time you've been in a video game video.
This
of
is the
mine,
first
right?
time I've been in a video game.
Wow, this is a big day for you.
Whoa.
Yeah, this guy's voice is pretty cool and funny.
That's sick.
Yeah, I'm excited for you to see this video game.
I mean, just the Matrix in general, just like as a concept, feels like it would be perfect for a video game.
Well, that's why they made several of them.
Are they doing a new one for the new one? I think.
I don't know. They don't really do movie tie-in games all that much anymore.
My-
Not directly.
My roommate got like some advertised like bullshit thing about it that there's like some digital Matrix experience thing.
Oh yes. They have the it's a tech demo for the new Unreal Engine. And yeah, it's just like hyper realistic graphics Matrix thing. I think it's on the PS5.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a PC master race at the moment, also known as too poor to get a PS5. So I have not experienced it myself, but I have seen it. I mean, like as a tech demo, it looks very impressive in terms of like the level of detail in a real-time rendering of stuff. But I want like a Matrix video game.
No, exactly.
Yeah, but I don't know, maybe the Wachowskis should make video games, I think. I don't know if it was you that I talked about this with, but I think they should make a Cloud Atlas video game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you can
That
make
would
a
be
Jupiter
fun.
Ascending game.
Like
you can make a game out of most of their stuff.
Like a Cloud Atlas game, I feel like where you could probably like I would want to be able to go in between storylines like as I see fit, like kind of have it be open world, but where you could like.
Yes, go on.
Yeah, there's just like a mechanic where you can switch characters as you see fit.
You are describing exactly what the idea I articulated while watching Cloud Atlas with Tyler for a Cloud Atlas video game. I was like, it should be a sort of open world RPG type thing, like action RPG type thing. And yeah, you can go switch back and forth between the 6 storylines as you wish. And yeah, I think you could absolutely do it. And then they had the Matrix MMO, the online game, back in the day. which actually, the storyline of which is canon, as far as I'm aware. I don't know how much Resurrections is going to retcon or otherwise complicate established Matrix lore. I'm sure it will piss off all of the very serious fans who get into Matrix for the same reason that
all of the right good reasons.
Yeah, all the reasons that like a lot of Star Wars people like Star Wars. You just like memorizing names, basically. Anyway, so yeah, we've shot enough guys to complete
to get the key, yeah.
The mission, so now we're going to move on to the next section where we will shoot some additional guys.
That's what's up.
It's most of the game.
I rewatched Reloaded recently, and I mean, obviously the real stars of that movie are the Dreadlocks twins. Like,
yes.
The best thing to ever be in a movie. But
certainly
the little locksmith guy, he's low-key sick with it.
He's badass.
I like what he's, I mean, not really, he's kind of a pussy, but in a very charming, fun way. Cuz like,
I don't know, I would say he's pretty brave for what he goes through.
Yeah, he's brave for hopping on top of the car.
And he takes one for the team.
Yeah, he does.
He's a real one. That's what I mean by a badass.
But I love when he scurries about, like, in the big mansion at first.
I'm pretty sure he's in this game somewhere, but
yeah, he's got it.
I have not completed this game at this juncture. We're actually fast approaching the point that I've played up to in this game. Anyway, I like. Game? I mean, I find it to be fairly challenging, but I don't know. It's like sometimes the controls and movement in the fighting and the shooting can be a little bit finicky. But I also just like suck dick at games, so there's that. But yeah, you can do, as you can see, you can do bullet time, you can do slow motion fucking dodging, and you do kung fu. I find kung fu to actually be the better option than shooting in a lot of scenarios, because not necessarily in this one, because these guys have a lot of health, so you want to be shooting them, but I don't have a gun, so I need to
just
punch them enough to take their guns. But there are a lot of them, and they're fast, so yeah, I mean, you know, we're getting into the, you know, the kind of getting out of the sort of extended tutorial section of the game where you're kind of learning the ropes, and now things are going to heat up soon a little bit. But I don't know, I'm sure it'll be fine.
Can you see in Matrix code?
Not yet, but you do gain that ability.
Hell yes.
Later in the game.
Hell yes.
Yeah, it allows you to see enemies that are behind walls and hidden stuff. So, pretty cool.
Damn.
It is,
Matrix
I will
is
say,
so sick.
Matrix is sick. It's like I mean, it's a really fun backdrop to put anything on. And also, I don't know if we'll be talking over it, or actually I don't know if it's going to be in this video. It might be at the start of the next one. But, there are like clips from the movies in as cutscenes in this game, and it does include some brief clips from the Animatrix as well, and that's pretty cool. And I mention Animatrix, which I think is underrated, just because that is proof positive that the Matrix is just a really cool backdrop to set things in if you have a cool idea for it. And not all of the stories. Animatrix is an anthology, so it is a mixed bag by definition. Not all of the stories are winners, but the good ones are really good. The one by the Wachowskis is really cool.
Yeah, I really need to check that out. I feel like, I mean, just in terms of, like, because the Wachowskis, like, obviously, like, dominate the story, and I'm, like, less so curious about, like, the more fringe, like, spin-off stuff like the video games. But with Animatrix, because of their involvement, and just in general, it is, like, with what you're saying, like, it's such a fun world to explore. I don't know, just more stories in that world. It's a neat concept, and the movies only just scratch the surface.
Yeah. That's why they're so thrilling, because of what they suggest about the world. I love how she fucking jams that key in the thing. It is... The other thing that's cool about this is that it's a PS2 game, so it's kind of like low res.
Oh, incredibly.
Yeah, and I don't know. I mean, I've talked about this before in this LP and other ones where, like, I don't know. I like the look of... I mean, I'm obviously very biased because it was what I was growing up with, but I really like the look of this era of video games where it's like computer graphics were good enough that you could make images that were impressive.
Yeah, I mean, things that look like things, but, like, not...
But it also just has a kind of scruffy quality to it that I like.
Yeah.
Everything looks a little too... It's like with a lot of movies in the digital age. Sometimes everything looks just a little too clean, a little too real. And sometimes looking really real works against something rather than enhances it. I think. So this is the titular path of Neo. The great thing about having co-commentators in this LP is I get to explain all the game concepts 5 times. But yeah, I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory. There are little things.
Oh, is this you just unlocking more god powers?
Yeah, you get upgrades, other abilities and stuff. It's just learning other button combos, which I may or may not actually make use of because I pretty much just mash buttons most of the time anyway. So...
Truly,
sometimes they happen.
You are the one.
Yeah, you know, when you're really good at video games, you actually don't need to know what buttons you're pressing.
Exactly. You're following, I don't know, the sort of Zen ethos established in the first Matrix of just, like, not trying to believe it, but just doing it, willing it into existence.
Yes, just going with the flow, trusting that I will get there.
Mm-hmm.
I may press the triangle button or the circle button.
I love when Neo like flies around like that.
Yeah, a lot of people don't, but then again, a lot of people don't like a lot of things that are cool.
Yeah.
So I was baffled. I think I talked to Walter about this in a previous video. I was baffled when I saw someone on Twitter say that the Wachowskis have not made a good movie since 1999.
Ugh.
Like I just feel sorry for them that you can't get joy out of some of the most earnest and exciting, like, big budget movies that have come out of this nation of ours. This part's pretty cool. This section is a pretty short and straightforward one about this really cool, like, kung fu master Zen artist badass guy who I don't really know. I guess the cops are after him because he's, like, too chill or something. I think he's like unlocking the secrets of the Matrix by being
Is he a
really
program
chilled out.
or a real dude?
I don't know, but I'm guessing all of the like little people that these sections revolve around are people that you save from the Matrix. So I would assume he is a person, but I don't really know if we save him in this one because this one is just kind of like a parable. I don't know, it's weird. I don't really know exactly what's going on in all of these, and it doesn't really have anything specific to do with anything that goes on in the story of the movie, so I don't really care.
Yeah.
And there's me accidentally kicking a fire extinguisher and blowing my own ass up. It is cool how you can just kind of like walk around with bullets hitting you and, you know, you'll be fine. Again, when in doubt, go Kung Fu mode, because they'll literally just stop and let you kick them. And also, that's when you can slow down. That's what that yellow meter at the top is. That's your focus.
Your slow down button?
Yeah. And then I love all the sick finishing moves. That's what I talked about this with Walter, and I've also just said it on my own accord, where, like, the one thing that really, any complaints I may have about this game, the one thing that really has going for it is that it really does give you what you want out of a Matrix game, in terms of just, like, yeah, most of the game is you just, like, find cool, like, combinations of ways to beat the shit out of people and shoot them in slow motion.
The like frustrating part I could see about like a Matrix video game is that it's like you'll never get anything as beautiful or like sure there's a different pleasure of like inhabiting Neo and living out that god fantasy, but you don't get the beautiful images that like occur in like the shootout in the first one. Like you miss out on that factor, but hey, trading one for the other, not too bad.
Yeah, it's not quite sublime, but it does. It's very satisfying.
I like the way how it mirrors the effects to some extent. Like you get a lot of smoke and like things like shattering in a million pieces.
A lot of the environment is like destructible, so if you're like beating up a guy against a wall, usually the wall will start cracking and shit. Like they do, you know, and yeah, when you like a lot of time when you punch people, like there's like dust or debris around, and it does mimic that style and such. Anyway, now we're gonna fight this guy, but then we're gonna team up. This stuff is cool. I do know that they had like, I think they did like mocap for a lot of the like martial arts stuff.
Oh shit, that's pretty neat.
Yeah. I don't know how much of the original cast is in it. I thought that Keanu Reeves is voicing Neo here. I may be wrong. I'm fairly certain that Carrie-Anne Moss and Lawrence Fishburne aren't in it, but I don't know. Could be. I'll have to check. I don't know why I haven't looked yet. Oh yeah, this is what happens every time you get like a new ability or upgrade. You do the pulsating matrix thing and you go sicko mode.
I do that, like, since I've been quitting smoking recently, I've just been getting very angry and frustrated, and I feel like I'm going Matrix mode. I can see the code all over my body.
Oh, you can see the world around you warping?
Mm-hmm, and disintegrating.
Yeah. Speaking of warping images, Liv was going through some records of hers the other day, and found one that had one of those lenticular 3D covers. Mm-hmm. And I was just thinking about how I miss when a lot of like DVDs and Blu-rays had that.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's like stupid, but it's kind of neat.
No, today I went to the thrift store and I picked up a copy of Lady in the Water on DVD.
Nice.
And it has like a very shiny DVD cover. It's like a holographic cool Pokemon card. I really vibe with it.
That's cool. So yeah, now we got the agents. And yeah, this one, I don't mind this mission at all. It's pretty good, clean fun. I mean, most of them are just like beating up and shooting guys, but...
Are there any stealth stuff?
I mean, technically, at the beginning of the game, in the like actual tutorial, you are... The first thing you're taught, the first attack you're taught is a silent takedown, where you come up behind an enemy and just like... I mean, it's a silent takedown. You kill them without alerting anyone else.
Yeah, but where's the fun in that?
But I have literally... I mean, again, I haven't beaten the whole game, but I think a little bit more than halfway through it on my practice file, and I am yet to encounter another instance other than the tutorial where that is even an option. So I don't know, because most of the time whoever is attacking you just comes out in huge waves and you need to shoot them in the face. You don't really have time to like sneak. But maybe, I don't know, there could be a thing later on where you have to do some sneaking around. So yeah, here's a example. You can view all the upgrades you get.
Okay, that's what's up. Oh, you can just step on a guy's head?
Yeah, you can just smash them. Smash their skull into the ground. It's pretty cool. And I love the Matrix Code loading screen.
No, that's... all the Matrix Code stuff is awesome. It's just, yeah, that's
it's
what...
really, like... we kind of already said this, but, like... Not only in terms of, like, the actual world and surrounding story and characters and everything of Matrix, but just all of the visual motif, the things that have become... There's a reason that so much of the Matrix has become culturally ubiquitous. It's because all of it is fucking cool.
Yeah, I mean, it's
and, and especially the Falling Code and Bullet Time, like, yeah, it's all been, like, parodied and redone to hell, but, like, the reason that was so... Because people were doing... Like, everyone was doing Matrix parodies, like, a year or two after that movie came out. And the reason is because it was instantly memorable and cool.
Yeah, a classic right out the gate.
Matrix is awesome. Yeah, instant classic.
The stairs of this church tower for almost 6 months now. No, I'm not.
But no, it's just like, that's, for me, it's like, okay... Yeah, Matrix Code. That's what the inside of a computer looks like.
It's an old story, but
Oh yeah, that's exactly what I thought the inside of a computer looked like when I was a kid. Mm-hmm. On my parents, on my like family home PC when I was a little kid, our screensaver was the falling Matrix Code. And so, you know, every time the screen went to sleep, it was like, whoa, the computer's going... This is where the computer goes to sleep.
You can see the insides of the computer now.
Yeah, this is what the computer sees on the back of its eyelids when it goes to sleep. This is the Matrix Code.
You better... Wait, did the game come out before 2 and 3 were released or after 2 and 3?
This is after.
Okay, because I was
You play through all 3 movies. In this.
Oh, okay, I was going to say, you better see the fucking Dreadlocks twins. Like,
oh yes, they do make an appearance. I'm fairly certain.
Because it's like, I mean, I already talked about how cool they are, but I'm going to talk about it more because it's just like they're my favorite like kind of character or like detail in a movie where it's just like you see something that's very cool that like is not particularly explained all that much, and just it's like they're just like classic, just like silent kind of henchmen, but then you find out they're like sort of zombie ghosts, and you don't really know why. It's just there. It's just sick. You're like, yeah, no, there's no reason. Why would I? What am I, some sort of pussy? Do I have any questions about this? No, they're just ghost zombie dreadlocks guys.
If anyone watching the gameplay was wondering, no, I was not intentionally beating up the security guard that I'm supposed to be saving in this mission. I didn't even really... And now he's, like, not gonna go anywhere because I just got done kicking him in the face. But, yeah, I was going for... That's what I mean when sometimes the combat stuff, the controls and stuff can be a little iffy. Is, like... I don't know. I feel like when I point a control stick toward one enemy and I'm hitting the attack buttons and Neo is just continually going in the other direction, I don't know how that's my fault. But whatever, who cares? So I punched a cop a little bit. It's not like you lose if you hit him too many times. And, yeah, you're supposed to do an epic jump onto that balcony, and I did it, and then just jumped off, and, yeah, now I'm doing this. And I'm pretty sure I fall down all the way to the bottom at some point. I kind of fucked the dog on this mission a little bit, but I finished it without dying, so that's success to me.
That's all that matters, yeah.
Yeah, I've during my cool fatality, I fell all the way down, but luckily all the cops will just jump right down to you. So, yeah, my bonus objective failed. I don't know what you get for doing the bonuses. Whenever I have completed them, it seems like nothing, but I don't know. Yeah, don't come to this Let's Play for any tips or tricks. For Path of Neo, I don't know shit about shit.
Well, I'm not sure how many... I mean, probably now more than ever, because of Matrix 4, Path of Neo is getting some replays. But I don't know. Is there a high critical reputation for Path of Neo?
Not really. This got pretty mixed reviews when it came out. There was a lot of Matrix fatigue by the point that this came out. So yeah, and most people didn't really love the other Matrix console game, Enter the Matrix, which came out alongside 2 and 3, and serves as a supplement to them, where you play as Niobe and what's the fuck, someone else.
No. You just want to be Neo. That's simple.
Yeah.
Maybe Morpheus and Trinity too. I could see, but those are the only 3 I'd ever have any interest in. I don't want to be just some dumb asshole who's palling around in the Matrix with them.
Yeah, who fucking cares? It was supposed to be cool because you're playing through like things that aren't in the movie but are referred to, but like I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
And but whatever. That's why I went, because I was picking between that one and this for this LP. And I ultimately went with this one because I was like, I feel like it would be cooler to, like go through all the movies as Neo rather than just like this one specific part in between the movies. Also, the gameplay looked a little bit more appealing to me, a little bit more freewheeling in terms of how you fight people. I stay kicking the shit out of this fucking security guard by accident. He shouldn't just get out of the fucking way.
I cannot destroy you. I will instead deny you your prize.
What the hell are you doing?
He's going to kill you. I told you you were in danger.
And yeah, this is basically just all of these are just examples of people who have like noticed that the Matrix exists in some way. They've noticed something
they're
weird.
Like, wait a minute, this shit is whack.
Yeah, and then someone shows up at your house and is like, I'm gonna fucking kill you. And then I show up at your house and I'm like, I'm gonna fucking kill you.
Yeah, and
then
take,
I
take these drugs, take this red pill.
Yeah. And then in the process of trying to protect you, I, kick you in the face and, like, slam you through walls 15 times. It's so funny to do the swinging them around move because you can just whack everyone and just send them flying all over the place. It's really fun. Like I said, they really, it does feel very satisfying to be Neo. If they just tighten the screws a little bit, it would be, like, perfect. But c'est la vie. It was 2005. They probably weren't working with the most cash.
Mm-hmm.
This is another instance where the game is like, oh, you don't know which enemy you want to fight. I do.
Mm-hmm.
And then I just get my shit kicked in. So I'm just flipping all over the place. The aiming on the guns can be a little bit weird. I've gotten to the point where I can only like play shooting games with a mouse and keyboard. I hate using control sticks to aim guns. This auto aims for you, but like trying to scroll between them is kind of can be a pain in the ass. It'll be like, oh, you want to shoot the guy on the behind you on the other side of the map instead of the guy in front of you who's kicking the shit out of you.
Okay, time to go.
Okay.
Down the stairs.
But yeah, that's what most of this game is just being cool.
Just flipping about, shooting people, and accidentally kicking the people you're trying to break out of the Matrix.
That is the path of Neo.